Hey, it's Craig Valenci here with Fitness Quest 10, and today I'm going to give you some tips on training for tennis. And one thing that's super important when you're playing tennis is stretching and mobility. It's important, however, to stretch in all different planes of motion. And today I'm going to talk about one of the most important areas to stretch, which if you notice, if you watch tennis these days, you've got a lot of players practically doing the splits on the tennis court. And they don't pull muscles, they're able to pop back up and keep playing. So what we're going to do is show you how to do an adductor or inner thigh stretch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into a lateral lunge position and I'm going to stretch. This is the way that we normally see people doing it. If you're going to do an active stretch, you'll go side to side. That's great, but you're only stretching one direction. So now in tennis, you're going to be doing all kinds of movement when you're in those different positions. So what I want to do is I'm going to go side to side and rotate. As I go to this leg, I'm going to rotate through like this. I've got my tennis stroke coming through. Now I'm pulling a rotational force through that adductor here, this way. And of course you need to reverse it, so this is kind of confusing, but as I go down here, now I'm going to swing the other way. Swing the other way. And the other thing we do a lot is extend our back and reach up in tennis. So now I'm going to point my foot out slightly. I'm going to still do this adductor stretch, but I'm going to reach backward. Watch how I do this. Now I come back and forward. Drive the hips forward as I stretch the adductors. And then I'm going to repeat, of course, on the other side, feet straight, and I'm going to go rotating this way, rotating this way, and then turn the foot out a little bit to free up some room to get lower, and drive out this way. The next one is hip flexors. That's super important to be able to get full stride. And again, when you're striding, you're also rotating and moving in multiple planes. So what we want to do is slightly turn that foot in. This foot's forward. It's like a basic lunge. And we're just going to lunge forward. And notice I'm keeping this leg straight. I can lift the heel. That's okay. But I want to keep this straight and feel that stretch right here in the hip flexor. So instead of just going forward, which is where everyone stretches it, that dominant plane, I'm going to drive into that rotation. Drive into that rotation. Now I'm pulling those forces to it. And I'm going to now go side. I'm going to rotate. First I'm going to rotate. Then I'm going to do a little lateral flexion. Again, now I've got all different ways to access that muscle that's going to be used in function. So we do a lot of functional training and strength training, but we need to do functional stretching as well, especially if you're an athlete. So for more tennis tips, keep watching and look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.